Coach Brooks, he has a TV obligation that he may need to get to first. Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement and then take questions.
It's a really good win. I thought it was a collective effort, by our group. And that's the way we are. We've been built like that all year long. We have kids who garner certain accolades, but it's definitely a team effort. I thought Ashley did a tremendous job getting us off to a good start, hitting some big shots, getting us into a flow. Muff was terrific all game long, 12 assists, and just did a wonderful job. And then Jazz, brought us home, did a fantastic job in the second half. But it was much more than just those three. They did a fantastic job as they've been doing all year long. We got great contribution from a seldom used freshman, Ania Young. Picked a wonderful time to hit her first three. It was very funny because we tease her about it because she hadn't hit a three all year. And she picked a wonderful time to step up. It just shows the capabilities of our kids. That young lady's going to be a terrific player for us, just like these kids are. Once she waits her turn and gets her opportunity. But I thought it was just a great effort. And commend Delaware. They did a fantastic job. And Tina's had that team ready, and they've had some good moments this year, and they'll definitely be back to challenge next year.
What was the difference coming out of the box today versus yesterday?
Yesterday I thought we were a little bit jittery. Anytime you're playing against a team that's already had one game underneath their belt, you want to get off to a good start. We didn't, and I think it kind of snowballed. And therefore, we were playing hurry up. We were a little bit uncharacteristic in a lot of our things that we were doing. Today we got off. We had the jitters under control a little bit. Got off to a decent start. We were in foul trouble early, which made us play a little bit different than we normally do. But we were able to get a good start. It's like I said, Ashley did a wonderful job, and then we were able to control the game pretty much throughout.
Hey, Kenny, that's 8 straight for you guys over Delaware by an average of 21 points. Why have you guys been able to be so dominant against them? What are the 1 or 2 key factors for you guys in that regard?
Ever since I've been in this league, it's been a very healthy rivalry. You look at the days when we went back and we were fighting for at-large bids, trying to knock off Old Dominion, to the days where we established ourselves, and then they had Deladon. So it's always been a healthy rivalry, and you say Delaware to these kids, their faces light up. Just as I'm sure when you say James Madison to Delaware, their faces light up. But it's a healthy rivalry. We've been very fortunate to be able to come through. Even through the Deladon years, we won a couple of those years, and then we battled them extremely tough. And so it's just a healthy rivalry, and I think it's one that we look forward to playing.
Coach, you mentioned it, but how big was the hot streak today from Ashley Jasmine, particularly
I'm going to state the obvious here, but that's who we are. When we get those are the shots that makes the game open up for us. We do all the little things enough to beat you. With the rebounding, with our defense. But when we're hitting those shots, that's when we get the big leads, and when we start beating people, handily. And it's always nice to get those, because then we can play a little bit differently. We can do certain things. Tonight, it was great. Ashley knocked down a few, Jazz knocked down a few, Ania Young knocked down a few. So we get those contributions. It allows us to open it up a little bit, and that's the way we play.
Ashley, how much did that yesterday kind of carry today as far as
No, I would just say, me, myself, but also my teammates, we were all a lot more confident in, shooting on these rims and everything that we had to handle that was differently. So just confidence.
For any of the girls, is there a emotional difference in the locker room before the tip-off from today to yesterday?
Yeah, a little bit, because I think our freshmen and players that haven't really been in the situation know what it feels like now, having that first game underneath the belt. We were more loose in the locker room, a lot more smiles, a lot more laughs. I think Dee was more of herself today, and that really helped us because she's more of an emotional player for us off the court than she really thinks. So that really helps us on the court as well.
It definitely starts with Dee.
Yeah.
Dee is our locker room guru, and she keeps us high, keeps us loose, and she was fantastic in the locker room today, in the beginning of the game and at halftime.
Angela, you almost had a return record for assists today, better time again. How fun is it to kind of facilitate shots from ball like today?
When you have teammates like mine, it is extremely fun. They make my job easy, and it's my job to pass on the ball, and they do a heck of a job finishing it.
Any more questions?
How much momentum or games do that carries into tomorrow, and how big would it be to kind of finish the job again?
Well, I mean, today has nothing to do with tomorrow other than the fact that you won and you're able to have an opportunity to play tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a brand new game, regardless of who we play. They have contrasting styles, with their offenses. I think the one common denominator is we know that we're probably going to see 40 minutes of zone, so we'll be prepared for it. We're going to relax a little bit while we don't have an opponent, let these kids decompress a little bit. But once we get the opponent, my mother always, told me, be careful what you wish for. So we'll just sit back, watch, and see what happens. And when it happens, and then we'll go. But, the mindset that we have is we're not defending anything. That what happened last year was last year. What happened the year before that year. We're hungry. This group is hungry. This group's hungry to win a championship, and we feel like we're chasing a championship as opposed to defending one.
Coach, the grind has been your favorite mantra this year. Do you feel today the fact the game is a little less of that grind that it helps you guys out going tomorrow a little more well rested?
What happened today happens today, and it has no effect on tomorrow. I don't. I really don't. Just like yesterday was totally different than today. But these kids, they're resilient. They're pretty much battle tested for anything, and we'll be ready for whatever the challenge is tomorrow. And like I said, we'll wait. We'll relax a little bit. But once we get that opportunity, if we have to grind it out, we'll grind it out. But these kids they're prepared to play many styles, and dealing with the adversity that we've had to deal with all year, I think has definitely prepared us for situations like this.